Well, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new and just happen to click this video, you might want to subscribe to a button below down there just so you can see my upcoming makeup looks, hair tutorials. Obviously today is a hair tutorial with extensions incorporated, and yes, this is not my natural hair. It's just how of a good job I did to blend everything in. And if you guys want to learn my technique for my signature hair look without extensions, but today with incorporated extensions, just keep on watching. Okay, so I already blow dried my hair before styling it. I like to do this step just because I only do it twice throughout the week. And plus, once I do style it with the curler, with the straightener, I feel like my hair is much smoother rather than just, you know, straightening it or styling it if you have just frizzy poofy line hair like me. So the first step to doing so is I like to apply any hair oil, but for me, I've been using this Garnier one for so long. I don't know for how long, but I've used it for a very long time now. And I do like to warm up my hair oil in my hand before applying it. I feel like it does much more than just, you know, put it on your hand, rubbing it, and then applying it. So warm it up in your hands and then just apply it all over. I like to mainly focus it on the ends because I feel like the ends is the area where you start getting split ends. And you do need much protection there too. And you can use any hair oil, but for me, because my hair is so poofy, hair oil makes it easier for me just to style. So go ahead and just apply it all over. Okay, so usually I don't start from the bottom and work my way up. I like to split my hair, divide it in the middle, and just work with one side and then the next one. I know a lot of people don't like to do that step just because they feel like it's just going to be uneven. And what you're wanting to do is not such a perfect look. Of course, I do use a scrunchie to tie that area just because I don't want it to mix with this area over here. And then I just grab a small area starting with the bottom. Just grab one of those little clips and clip my hair. And before doing so, I do like to take a little bit extra of oil and just rub it in my hands and apply it, because I feel like sometimes there's certain areas that you don't get when you're applying it all over. So just make sure you do that to it. Then I am going to be using this Bellamy hair straightener. It's from the Nicole set, the 1 for 3 I believe. And then the way I like to do so is first I like to go over it just like this, straighten it, and you can see how much smoother it is compared to this side here. So now what I'm going to do is start off like not too close to your scalp. Oh, I'm having trouble. You know, straightening or curling your hair in front of the camera is not the easiest thing you can think of. So okay, so I start this way and I like to face it downwards and just bring it down this way. And I like it when it falls like that. So it doesn't make such of a perfect curl. By any means, I don't like to have tight perfect curls. I mean, unless I'm doing like a very glamorous like Hollywood wave, then of course that'd be more of a structured curl. But for me, I want it simple, plain, just like an everyday type of hair. And this is my signature hair look, what a lot of you asked for, so this is what I'm gonna go for. And then after it, I like to run my fingers through it. Majority of the time, I don't wait. I just do it immediately, just because you don't, when you wait, your hair, when you wait, it cools down and it keeps that structured shape from what you formed, and I don't want to keep that off. Again, I do the same thing. I do go over it just once, straighten it all the way down. Then I grab my straightener this way, and I always want to make sure that the tip of it does face down, and I start twisting. Do not twist fully, just kind of like sideways twisted, and you'll see that the curl's not too perfect. And then I just go over it with my fingers. I run my fingers through it and I make sure I shake them at the same time. But before I continue with just curling everything, I'm going to show you what not to do. So this is what the hair looks like right now, right? And if I go ahead and straighten it and then twist the straightener all the way around, it's going to create such a structured curl. So this is what a structured curl looks to me. And we're definitely not wanting to achieve just a structured curl. I'm going to go ahead and run my fingers through it. If that happens, just go ahead and pass the straightener over it just to make sure it's not too curl. What is it that I do for my signature hairstyle? So it's just like you grab the hair, twist it, and bring it downwards like this. Like a slide. Like a slide. I'm going to show you exactly how I apply them. I use the Bellamy 220 gram ones, the 20 inches. I think it's 20 inches long. I can't recall. I bought this over maybe a year ago. I know I had them for over a year, maybe going to 2 now, I can't recall. But I did just cut them just because they're super thick from top to end. They're just so thick, and I felt like by the end of the day, just my extensions, you know, I just got so tired of them. That's why I wouldn't wear them every day. But I feel like now that I cut my own extensions, I feel like I can wear them on a daily basis, wear them all day, and I feel so uncomfortable. Feel like everything's heavy and the extensions just falling off from my head. So I did style them on my end. They're much thinner on the tip, which is perfect because that's what I want for my hair. I mean, it looks so gorgeous, thick from top to bottom, and then when you style them, because I do have thick hair. But at the same time, I really like the effortless wave on myself. I prefer it over any tight curls, so I had to cut my extensions that way. So starting off, what I'm going to do is just part my hair, and I'm going to go ahead and turn around. Not going to be easy just because my chair is the one that moves around like this. So, it's the twist. I hope I'm still in focus. So what I do is, like, with both of my fingers, I go midways towards my ears, and I'm going to show you exactly. Towards my earrings are right here, so I go a little bit above them, and with my 2 fingers, I just connect them, and I part it right here in this section. I like to take the 3 clip one. I feel like because it's not such a wide area, you only have such an amount of space. So this just fits perfect, the 3 clip one. Alright. And with the same clip, I start at the middle. I go ahead and just tease it. So with the little comb, I tease it, and however to the side, around. And then you clip it to that area that you went ahead and teased. And I do the same thing for the 3 clips. I go ahead and tease them. That way I don't have to go in with the extra comb and do the extra step. I mean, they already have like teeth on them, so. And there you go. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just above my ears, like the little tips of them, the top, right here. I'm going to show you guys. This right here is where you want to section your hair. So I like to section just a little above, the same fingers connecting them at the end. And now this step is a little bit more different than the previous one, because I am going to be taking a longer extension here with 4 clips. Let's see if it's 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's 4, so it's much the longer ones. It tends to happen that a lot of girls don't blend their extensions up front, where it looks like you can tell the shortness, but then the fullness in the back. So it makes it really awkward. So what I like to do is take them on the sides and applying it here, but not to the area where, of course, it's going to show that it's an extension. So you want to keep it just a little above. Tease this here and then clip it. So just repeat the same steps to them. Teasing it and then clipping the hair to the tight area there. And you just do it all the way around. And it's going to go to a little over halfway. And just that's what you want to do. So right here, if you have short hair, you won't be able to tell it so much. And the way I did cut my extensions was that I did pull all of them, all of the extensions together on one side, and I started cutting downwards because I didn't want my hair to look in a V shape. So that's what I'm creating. And I placed the extensions exactly the same area where I was going to be placing them. That way, if I did cut them a certain way, they wouldn't look different the other way. So I'm doing the same thing with the other one. I'm going to go ahead and just clip it over here to tease it. And if you have bangs, kind of like kick them out the area. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get the 3 clip one, and I'm going to apply this one in the center. Obviously, I don't want either the fullness just up front, but I also want to make sure that the same fullness looks the same on the back here. So I'm taking much above, and I'm going to apply this just in the back here, just to have extra hair too. And you can just apply them anywhere. You don't have to be such a perfectionist to the extensions, just because it's going to take forever. I mean, if you are a perfectionist like me, then you'll worry about it. But because I'm not so into hair like that, and I want my hair just to look like that effortless messy wave, I don't care. Now I'm going to be taking the 2 clip one, the weft, and just picking up hair here on the side. I don't really care much for the back because this I am going to be applying up here. So just tease it and apply just there. And that's how you get this is a 2 clip. The 2 clip is what I want the shortness to blend with up front here. So this is what it's going to look like. The hair just looks messy at the moment, but once you start just curling and styling, it's all going to come together. And then right now that I'm already applying the 2 clip, might as well just show you how to apply this one here, which is just a 1 clip one here. And this one I am going to be applying up front, just around the same area that I applied it as well, just so you can have like at least more, it looks more natural if you have like of a different size extension, not only one. So this is how it looks right now. Like I can totally leave it like these. Ooh, the Mexican in me came out. Anyways, I can leave it like this, but I want more style to it, so I'm definitely going to be styling it. So now that I have all of my extensions in my hair, I'm going to take the same comb and just start combing out anything. And if I feel like there's a track that might be showing or poking out, I will feel it this way and then I'll adjust it. So make sure that you comb out. Like right now I can feel this one out here, which is this area, and I'm going to just bring the tiny one, the one clip, just a little bit down. And then the other one adjusted as well too. And there you go. So just comb through them above. That way you don't feel any tracks. And when I do blow dry my hair, I tend to do it fast and not be perfect at it because obviously I'm not a hairstylist. So the area above, since I am curling with the straightener, I like to make sure that it looks as flat as possible. So take your straightener and just kind of like rub it back and forth and then bring it downwards like this. So that way on top it looks smooth, and do it all the way from bottom to top. Okay, so now that I went ahead and took care of that, making sure that the top looks as flat and straight as possible, I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the beginning, but now it's with the extensions. So you want to make sure you mix your short hair with the extensions, because sometimes you can grab more of your short hair than the extensions, or just grab more of the extension than your hair, and then that can become a chaos just because at the end you're like, damn, I feel like I curled too much of this or that. So this is how it looks at the moment. You can see the difference between my hair and the extensions. So taking the comb, I just brush them together and make sure that they blend. I grab a little bit of oil. I don't grab too much. Warm it up in my hand and just run it. That way I don't damage my extensions. Alright, so I'm starting the same process, the same thing I did with the other hair with no extensions. And I just start twisting it downwards the same way. This way, just like that. And I do look downwards just to see that I curl also the tip of the extension. And this is how it looks. I'm going to go ahead and just get up because I'm sitting down. It doesn't look too perfected, you know. Just looks just about right. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with the process. Grab a little bit more. Put your hair with the clip and curl it. I mean, if there's certain areas you don't grab, don't worry about it, because you can always go back and just fix it throughout. I'll show you exactly how I want my looks. So I make sure that I do straighten it. And then I start curling downwards just like this. So just like the same thing, bring it downwards and take a little bit longer on the front, just because the front is what catches everyone's attention. This is what this side looks like already. I'm gonna get up just that way you guys can see the curl. And I like to keep running my fingers throughout it, because I feel like this will help to make the hairs blend and everything like just so effortless too. So this completes the final look, and this is what the extensions look already, just curled and waved. And I like to keep running my fingers throughout it, because it tends to, you know, maybe like an hour or two later, the curls just start kind of like twisting together, and then you got like that tight ugly curl. So I like to run my fingers throughout the whole time, and I run it back and forth on the sides and the center. And I'm going to go ahead and turn around just a little bit, that way you guys can see what the length of the extensions are. Let me just move the straightener because I still know. And stand a little bit, and this is what it looks like. Woohoo! Look at all this volume. So it looks as natural as possible. Let me turn around. I love to wear extensions now that I cut them to like what I wanted them to. Before, I used to like think about it twice if I wanted to wear my extensions, unless it was like a special event that I needed to go to. But other than that, I love how they look. They're just so effortless. I don't have to do too much to them and things like that. So If you guys want to see a video of me just curling my own hair with the same technique, let me know. I will leave my Snapchat, my Facebook, my Instagram in the description box, and what I use in the products and things like that, as well as what extensions. I'll make sure to always place the link, that way you guys don't have to go Google it. Just click the link and you'll get to the website where you can get what you want to, okay? And yeah, if you guys like this hairstyle, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe.